Hey everyone, Chip Rogers, Chief Partner Officer at WorkSpan, and man, it's Wednesday afternoon here at the AWS Summit in New York, and it's been a great day. How's it been for you, Jeremy?
It's been a great day. We've had some really excellent meetings with AWS, other partners that we share here with AWS, a lot of good customer conversations, so pretty productive.
That's great, that's great. So I'm excited to be joined today by Jeremy Greene. Jeremy is Director of Strategic Alliances for Dynatrace, managing the AWS relationship, so this is the place to be for you.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, again, AWS big presence, so it gets us the opportunity to interface with some of their executives. We had some good meetings with them today. Heard about some new reInvent planned announcements they're making, so it gets us a lot of that strategy we continue to develop with AWS directly. So.
Yeah. So tell me, Jeremy, like what are some of the things, if you think about, like that you guys are up to, you and your team, focusing on clearly, bringing partners to, Dynatrace, working with AWS, bringing other partners in. What's hot today?
Yeah, I'll tell you, this has been a really exciting year for Dynatrace because we've made a pretty big shift in the way that we work with AWS in our whole co-sell model. So we've rolled out a 100% goal to have partners attached to all of our opportunities. And what that looks like for us, the big change was we're moving more directly to AEs to be responsible for registrations, getting those deals into ACE. And one of the ways we're able to do that is actually working with WorkSpan. We have a button in Salesforce.com, and that's going to take all of that opportunity information, send it into ACE, and so we're automating a lot of that from the front end of finding an opportunity, getting it registered, they have the conversation. But then what the thing we love about working with you all is reducing the admin overhead of keeping everything up to date in ACE and then the launch, and automating that whole process is helping our sales reps, and it's really saving our ability, the necessity to scale is there. So to be able to scale, we had to have something help us with all of that. It's just too much to manage.
That's really cool. It is, I love that sort of, democratizing, right, and kind of moving right out to the AE where they're the ones that they're the ones making the decision. They're the ones that saying, hey, I want to, and by the way, 100% partner attached, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's the goal, right? We have some work to get there. And one of the things that we're finding is important for us to do is get them registered earlier rather than at the 11th hour when they're looking for credits and looking for a little bit of...
This deal's about to close, boom.
Got it. So we're trying to move it towards the first couple stages of the sales cycle, and with the AEs owning that, this is kind of all the pieces coming together right now is helping us drive that earlier in the sales cycle registration and co-sell behavior. So that's what we're really after in 2024.
Interesting. So it really is, because it is, I mean, we find that with a lot of customers that it is a behavioral change. It's change management. It's getting the sales teams to adopt it and really engage with their partners. But the value is there. How is that going?
Yeah, you nailed it. Change management is always kind of the concern in the big undertaking. We're approaching it as this is their opportunity to we hear the metrics like faster deals, bigger deals, more deals closing. And so that's what I want every one of the Dynatrace reps to have, that empowerment and that enablement to know when I register a deal, it should close faster and with more revenue and more often. And then it allows them to go and use that same relationship the next time they're in a sales cycle with the same customer. These things build over time. And so, our whole model, everything we do in alliances, especially for AWS, is creating that engine, that flywheel, where we're seeing, the corporate value is continuing to work with AWS fields and building on that. So.
It's amazing to see, to hear that, and gratifying. I think we see that a lot where you see first partners are starting to send opportunities to AWS, and then it starts to build that the pattern, right, and the recognition of like, oh, I worked with these guys before. Well, this time I'm going to send something to them.
That's true, and not only have I seen it firsthand, I love that example. We have territories not only where the reps will say, hey, you sent a couple to us, I have a couple accounts in mind. It's starting to make its way up to the sales leader and their leader. So there's regional reports where they're running pipeline reports and seeing which ISVs are registering deals and how much revenue. The other key thing we're using WorkSpan for, we were sending things through with not good revenue numbers, and so we'd land on the reports with volume, but as far as number of deals registered, but not good revenue numbers. This is helping us check some of those additional boxes that get on the radar of those sales leaders. So as we're sending more and more through and it's up to date and maintained, we're getting more visibility at those higher levels when they run their regional reports.
Well, that's phenomenal, because then obviously they have influence over their whole team and territory, and they can say, hey, see what these guys are doing,
Well, and firsthand, one of the things that's allowed me to do directly in my role is go attend AWS seller QBRs, present to the whole team, 60 people, 60 sellers in a region, and we got there because of good registration behavior.
That's phenomenal. I love also just the push to register early, right? Because otherwise it's just registrate. It's just like, hey, I want to go get some credits about something, right? Versus, let me actually connect with the sales team. And the beauty of it is that you're creating this larger virtual account team, right? You got more influence coming to your deal.
Yeah, it's 100% true. I want our sellers to think of AWS as an extension of their sales team. They're not even co-opetition. They are an extension of the sales team. And they have great account intelligence. We all know that. AWS has got great salespeople. They're covering these accounts very broadly. They have a lot of resources. It's every ISV that could work with AWS, you should take advantage of their knowledge, right? And go wider with your deals and ensure a better opportunity, a better outcome, right?
Yeah, that's phenomenal. Well, so what's next, Jeremy? What's coming up for Dynatrace, and how do you see the rest of the year finishing out?
Yeah, we're sort of rebuilding the whole co-sell motion. I think we want to do more stuff in the marketplace. We've had some really phenomenal marketplace numbers. So how we can grow that revenue, that's another thing AWS looks at. Once we have registrations down and we get this really globally adopted and start ticking up on closer to that goal of 100%, we want to see how we can optimize our interactions with the marketplace and make it easier for customers to buy wherever they kind of fit in our customer profile.
Fantastic. Jeremy, thank you for taking a few minutes and sharing your thoughts, and good luck with the rest of the afternoon here, and thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks so much, Chip. I appreciate it.
And thank you all for joining, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.